The Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, has released a comprehensive report on election petition litigation from Nigeria's 2023 general elections, shedding light on the challenges and inefficiencies in the country's electoral dispute resolution system. The report, titled From Ballot to the Courts, Analysis of Election Petition Litigation from Nigeria's 2023 General Elections, analyzed 895 tribunal cases and 588 election appeals, revealing a striking failure rate of 88.9% and 79.4%, respectively. Clearview's correspondent, who was at the launch of the report, brings us details.
The high failure rate of election cases has been attributed to various factors, including the burden of proof, procedural issues, and lack of legal standing. According to the report, 73.1% of cases were dismissed due to the petitioner's failure to discharge the burden of proof, while 14.7% were dismissed for procedural reasons. Additionally, 8.5% of petitions were also dismissed for lack of jurisdiction over pre-election matters, while 3.7% were dismissed due to the petitioner's lack of legal standing to file a petition. The report also highlights issues surrounding the jurisdiction of election petition tribunals to hear petitions related to party nominations, sponsorship, qualification, and disqualification of candidates. According to the book reviewer, petitioners have faced significant challenges in obtaining critical documentary evidence from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), resulting to presentation of oral testimony. The report notes that the reconfiguration of data on the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) machines by INEC in the 3 weeks interval between the federal elections in February 2023 as well as state elections in March 2023 meant that the machines had no real evidential value at the time of hearing.
The entire electoral process, starting from the polling units to the final declaration of the election result itself, is meant to be recorded in forms prescribed by INEC. This is the provision of Section 70 of the Electoral Act itself. So there must be a step-by-step record of the entire electoral process, which means election in Nigeria is a matter of public record. So why should it be difficult for a petitioner to rely on public records in proof of any infraction of the electoral law?
To address these challenges, the report recommends adjusting procedural requirements to ensure fairness and clarity, particularly regarding the front-loading of written statements on oath for subpoenaed witnesses. It also calls for a review of Section 135 subsection 1 of the Electoral Act, which requires that a substantial non-compliance with the provisions of the Act before an election is invalidated.
There must be legal reforms following from the cases that occurred in the 2023 general elections and the litigations that followed thereafter. Electoral justice should not be illusory. It should be very evident that people can see that the courts are able to dispense justice and that citizens can truly see the judiciary as the, I think they say it's the hope of the common man, but I think that with elections, it's not just the common man that's affected, everybody's affected. So we hope that the judiciary works to build up public trust in it so that it is seen as the hope of Nigerians, not just on elections, but on several other issues.
It is also equally important to note that an effective judicial system is a collective responsibility. While the judiciary has a significant role to play in ensuring a timely, efficient, and transparent dispensation of justice, citizens must also remain informed of their rights as enshrined by the Constitution. And this is also to hold the system accountable. With electoral jurisprudence, there needs to be an adequate information that fosters that compliance with the spirit of the legislation, so that cases are not just dismissed based only on technicalities.
The report's findings and recommendations aim to improve the election petition process by promoting transparency, accountability, and trust in Nigeria's electoral system.